The best lyrics come from a place of honesty and real life experience. Taking a broad concept like love and infusing it with your personal experience and testimonies is what will make your lyrics stand out. We all fall in love and we all get our hearts broken, but how do you take those same old tropes and make them feel new and fresh? What do you think about these lyrics? Let's hear them. Let's hear those lyrics. I'm sad because you left me, because now I'm here alone. I'm sad. I was sad when you left me, because now I'm here alone. I'm so disappointed. Do I like it? Do I like it? What do you think about that? I do think you're saying things. I agree with that. What's wrong with them? I feel like you're making general statements and I hate that. I don't know. To me, it makes sense. I was sad because you left. I just feel like more could be said. Experiences could be had. Now I'm alone. I want it to stop. Do you not like the lyrics? I thought that go back to the drawing board and improve. Brainstorm. I mean, I guess I can phone a friend, rethink these. Please don't make me listen to that again. Surface level lyrics fall flat because they don't show us anything new. So if you want to write lyrics that actually connect, you have to go deeper than just saying, I miss you and I regret what I did. We have to go beyond that. Like I said earlier, we all experience those same emotions: love, sadness, happiness, anxiety. So to make you understand what I'm talking about, let's take a look at some common song themes and concepts and how professional songwriters and artists make them hit harder. They make that emotional impact. I'm gonna grab my iPad for this so that we can really get in there and get this right, because I really took very deep notes for this and you better like it. Example 1, the common theme or concept we're going to look at is I miss you. Okay, we've heard I miss you a million times. Doesn't Beyonce literally have a song called I Miss You? I miss you and then I can't hold back. I don't know what song that is. I feel like that was Usher, so ignore what I'm saying. We all miss people, right? Or dogs or something. So a generic lyric would be, I miss you, I wish you were here beside me. You could probably make that better if you had some more interesting lyrics after it, but let's just pretend you don't. We get the message, but we have heard this concept a million times. Let's see how a professional songwriter and artist has made this trope come to life. I'm looking at Bruno Mars' When I Was Your Man. Bruno's lyric is, same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now. Our song on the radio, but it don't sound the same. Not once did he use the lyric, I miss you and I wish you were here, but he's showing us that things feel different because you're not here. Same bed, but feels just a little bit bigger now. Like there's space in my bed because you're not here in it. Our song on the radio, but it doesn't sound the same. So like I'm hearing the same songs, but it doesn't hit the same because you ain't here, boo. I'm not saying you can never say I miss you, but if you're gonna say I miss you, make it interesting. So why is this working? Why does this work? Bruno is using small everyday details to make the lyric a little more visual. The radio, the bed, these are all things in a relationship that you might share. You know, we might be listening to songs together. You might be sharing a bed together. These are all things that we can relate to. And if you can't relate to it, it's all things you've seen on television, you've seen in people around you. You know what I mean? So it does paint a picture for you. He's also showing the pain instead of just stating it. We can understand now what it feels like to miss someone. And it's all relatable, but it's personal to him. The more specific you are being, the more universal and relatable you actually become. Okay, so we just talked about the I miss you trope. Let's move on to the next common theme we might hear in some songs. Example 2, I should have treated you better. I'm not mad if we use the lyric, I should have treated you better, somewhere in a song, but we hear this concept all the time, especially on an apology song or a breakup song or a cheating song. And that's fine. But just telling us that you regret something or you should have done something better, it's not making us feel anything. So let's take a look at the same song, Bruno Mars, When I Was Your Man, and see how he went about using this same trope. Okay, so the lyric is, I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. Should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance. take you to every party because all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing. She's dancing with another man. Love, love, love this hook. And I love kind of the punchline at the end, but that's a whole another video. She's dancing. Now my baby's dancing. She's dancing with another man. I love that. But really, this whole hook is, I should have treated you better. I have regrets, right? And you could have just said that over and over again. Should have treated you better. I don't remember the melody. You could just keep saying that, but that's not going to make us feel anything. And I feel the biggest songs make us feel big emotions. So let's think about why all of this works. So instead of just saying, I should have treated you better, he's listing all the things he could have done to be better. That's a really cool approach to showing an emotion or feeling instead of just telling it, because telling it would be, dang, I regret that. And I wish you were still here. List all the ways you love someone rather than just saying, I love you. You can kind of keep using that plug and play template in your verses or in a hook when you come up with a concept. If you know the concept is surrounding heartbreak, then list all the ways your heart is breaking. You know what I'm saying? Are you getting the gist? Once you've mastered creating lyrics that go beyond the surface, you are ready to start getting a little fancy, toying with poetic devices, metaphors, imagery, similes. We're not going to go super deep into this. We can scratch the surface to see. Don't scratch the surface on your lyrics. Scratch the surface of this topic today. We're going to scratch the surface of this topic to show you where your lyrics can go once you start getting honest and authentic within them. And so what you're going to notice throughout this entire video is that the common thread and fast track to strong lyrics is the ability to show the emotion instead of just coming straight out and directly saying it. You got to be indirect and honest at the same time. One of my favorite songs to learn and study and dissect is Stop This Train by John Mayer. A lot of his songwriting is really, really good and poetic and advanced. And even if you don't write this style of music, you can still learn something from it. So yeah, that's why I think it's great to diversify what you're listening to. But Stop This Train, it's a popular song. A lot of writers and singers sing it over and over and over again and talk about it all the time. So let's talk about it. Here are the lyrics. So it goes, stop this train. I wanna get off and go home again. I can't take the speed it's moving in. I know I can, but honestly, won't someone stop this train? So what's happening in these lyrics? This entire song is a giant metaphor for time passing too quickly, life just moving too fast, and it's feeling overwhelming. Can you imagine if John Mayer was just like, I wish time would slow down? You know what I mean? It's just so much cooler if you say, God, I wish I could stop this train. You know what I mean? It's great. And quickly, for all my beginner songwriters and poets and rappers alike, what is a metaphor? A metaphor is just a way to compare something to something else without using like or as. If you start using like or as, it becomes a simile. And a simile would be something like busy as a bee, because you know busy bees, sweet like honey. Those are similes. But jumping back over to metaphors, it's a great tool to use in songwriting because it helps paint pictures. So for example, John Mayer comparing life to a speeding train that he cannot stop. Some other quick metaphor examples would be, instead of saying something basic like I'm broken, you can compare the feeling of being broken to something that actually breaks, like glass or a mirror or anything that breaks. Instead of saying I'm hot, like I'm physically hot, like you can compare it to cooking, a stove, stuff like that. So you can really start to get creative when you start thinking metaphorically. A lot of rappers do that. Rappers are great to study and get lyrical inspiration from and use them in your beautiful singer-songwritery songs. R&B, pop, whatever it is you do, all of these poetic devices can help you. Jumping back over to Stop This Train, this is just a deeply relatable concept. The lyrics don't just tell a story, but they pull you in, and it makes you feel the actual weight of time passing with this comparison to a speeding train. Not only does it make you understand and feel this through the lyrics, but also just through the instrumentation and melodically as well. A strong metaphor can make emotions feel more visceral and immersive. It paints a picture that makes the audience feel the lyrics rather than just hear them. A strong metaphor can help the listener connect to the emotions behind the song. A strong metaphor can carry an entire song, which John Mayer has shown us through Stop This Train. So the next time you're writing, instead of just stating your feelings directly, try to figure out a visual way to express the emotion. Think about objects, actions, or different experiences that can represent the emotion. Symbolism and metaphors will be your best friend. Now that we just did a whole deep dive on how to avoid creating generic and surface level lyrics, I think you should hop over to my next video about keeping a consistent emotional tone. It's a mistake I see beginners making all the time. Your emotions are jumping all over the place and you're confusing us.
Yeah, I used to believe that all my plans would unfold flawlessly. The perfect scenery